Hello, World Wide Web. I'm Dr. Shadow, the personality of us here, and I am barely on time or a minute late, depending on exactly how you look at it. Oof! Welcome to Live and Wired, episode 141, still live. Excuse me, I don't know if Thick Black Daddy will be joining today because I forgot to check if he was here before getting it going. Because to put it bluntly, hello, Anthony Way. To put it bluntly, I have been pretty much perpetually live for the last 2 weeks. That one to the mail. Okay, yeah, got through. Good. Good. I think Black Daddy shows he's offline. Usually he's at work at this time, unfortunately. Technically, so am I. But it all depends on exactly what you call work these days. So I was 1 minute late. Well, you gotta understand, I was making dinner. Crap. Yes, I got all distracted. I forgot to go check the laundry. I got towels to put in the dryer. Now I'm going to have to just run them again. It's just how it goes sometimes. Chances are the towels weren't finished anyway. A lot of times it likes to just keep spinning and say it's going to take another hour. So, hey, maybe it all works out. Finally catch a stream after so long. Well, you got a lot more chances lately because I've been streaming a lot more gaming content. It's been very good for the brain. Very, very good. Do I use conditioner? Oh, of course I use conditioner, and I leave it in for the 3 minutes. If you read the bottle, you're supposed to leave it in for 3 minutes. So what I do is I brush my hair, I wash my hair, I condition my hair, I get all the conditioner all through my hair, and then I take care of the rest of me. And then I rinse my conditioner out of my hair and dry myself off and dry my hair off as best I can with the towel. And then I put the leave-in after conditioner in the hair and work that all around. And then sit in the Texas sun for a while, let it dry all natural-like, and boom. I didn't do that today, but that's what I usually do. That is the strategy I go for. But Llamageddon recently went up. I'm very happy about that. YouTube showed it to less people than usual and told me that they showed it to less people. Well, they didn't tell me they showed it to less people. They told me less people watched it, so I should do better. YouTube loves their negative reinforcement, which has been very bad for the brain. But what's been very good for the brain is that I've been streaming to Twitch like nightly. Have I seen Creed 2 and 3? No, I have not. I haven't gone back to catch up on the Creed movies. But I mean, as things are going right now, I'm working on my next review. So hopefully that'll take less time than 3 weeks to put up. The way my brain's working, it should. Play Nightmare Below Disney. Nightmare Below Disney. Well, how long of a one is that? Like recently, last night I was playing Goat Simulator 3, which Goat Simulator, of course, was it took off on YouTube, and then they added a whole bunch of stuff to it, and it is what it is. But so did Surgeon Simulator from Bossa, and Bossa has continued making other things specifically designed around the idea of the YouTubers will play this and get frustrated, and it'll be great content, and it'll get our game in front of a lot of eyes, and people will buy it. Now, they made Surgeon Simulator 2 with multiplayer integrated into it, and I tried that, and I was left wanting. I really enjoyed, actually, playing the original Surgeon Simulator, but the whole surgery aspect of Surgeon Simulator 2 is considerably less detailed, because now they added, you walk to other rooms and you work with people doing this and that, and it's a 4-player multiplayer thing. And it's like, yeah, but I liked the intricacy with the shitty controls, not just now here's a whole hospital to walk around and shitty controls. Where have I been? I've been... Well, the problem with YouTube is a problem in here. It's the fact that negative reinforcement is very bad. It's very bad for me to get stuff done. And it just so happens that's the entirety of how YouTube works when the channel is in decline. It's all about big red arrows going down, all the notes saying you suck, you should do better, you suck, people don't like you, and did we mention you suck? They're like and bad advice like, why don't you try branching out into something else? Never mind that it's. I mean, as much as I enjoy making other kinds of videos on occasion, it's not good for the channel overall because YouTube has this thing where, I mean, I did my video about the fact that I was learning Japanese. Now, I put in the search tags and everything to, increase the chances that it's going to be sent generally in front of people who are interested in about videos about learning Japanese. But because I was putting it to my channel and YouTube treats me the way they do, it went specifically to only people who already watch me and those who are more interested than others about Japanese. The ones most likely to be interested in this video that YouTube could figure out. Not the greater world, not anyone else who hasn't seen me yet who might be interested in the video, only from the select pie here built of horror movie nerds, the percentage there that would also be interested in a video about me learning Japanese. That's where it was sent. So it didn't do well overall. It did incredibly poorly for any video on my channel, but I still, I liked communicating. I liked being able to connect with my audience, which is a thing that I'm getting a lot more now for the last couple of weeks since I've been streaming to Twitch. In fact, I'm streaming this to Twitch. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of gaming content and just enjoying being able to play video games and shoot this shit. Finally beat Elden Ring. Finally beat Armored Core 6. Though technically there's still the other missions that you can encounter in Armored Core 6 on the further playthroughs. Like, I haven't done those yet. I don't know how well my quad shotgun strategy is going to work throughout the entirety of Armored Core 6's mission plus things, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Did I watch the Game Awards? Oh yeah, that was also another thing I streamed. I did a co-stream of the Game Awards. I did it on the up and up. I went to the Game Awards website. I looked up exactly the rules and regulations regarding it. I signed up. I told them what language it would be, what platform it would be on. And I just, there it goes. And they're like, and be sure to put it on special events as the category on Twitch. I'm like, oh yes, special events. Special events, yes. And fire it up. And I'm just sitting there in the corner like, hey, Jeff, you loser. And then we had a good time. Had a good time. I guess Twitch is where you're going. No, I Twitch helped get my mind in the right spot so that I could finish the Llamageddon review. And I've already started on the next review. And so I was hoping to get more of that done today, but I spent today doing a whole bunch of work around the house, cleaning this place up, doing laundry. And yeah, it's all kinds of. Do I have my Christmas decorations up yet? You see, the problem was the house was a wreck. So I didn't really have a clean surface area to put it. Also, Charlie burnt the table. We used to have a kitchen table. Charlie didn't like it, so we don't anymore. But I like VR gaming, and that gives a nice big open space, so I take it. I take it. We live in bumfuck Texas. We just rolled that thing into the burn pile and set it ablaze, and that's the story of my kitchen table. Really enjoy it. Please keep up the amazing work and entertaining. Oh, thank you, Ron Jones. Thank you. But also like beyond just, I was wanting to make sure that I got the because I do have a gaming channel on YouTube that has been dead for years, but it has 10,000 subscribers on it. So I figured, hey, it wouldn't be a bad idea to do something with it. So I'm working on setting up multi-streaming with OBS, so it'll go to Twitch and to my YouTube. See if that works. As long as I can keep the chat going, keep the alerts right, keep track of everything. That shouldn't be too hard because things tend to be a bit on the slow side. How bad can a kitchen table be? Well, you see, there are layers of problems with the kitchen table. You see, the first big problem has to be the fact that it is just in the way. You want to go this way, is a kitchen table in the way. You want to go that way, kitchen table in the way. We don't have that many rooms in here. The kitchen has like the oven and the pantry right next to it, but the kitchen table was like pushed right up on that to give Charlie as much room as possible to get around and go to the doors and go to the bedroom, all that stuff. So the kitchen table is pushed up against that. So I'd be cooking with the kitchen table on my back, and then I'd need something from the pantry, and I'd have to walk all the way around the kitchen table to go over here, open the pantry, grab the stuff. I got to half open the pantry on one side because there's a kitchen table in the way. Get this stuff, close it, go back around the kitchen table, put the little bit of salt in the sauce and start stirring it up, and take that salt and go back around the kitchen table and open the things, trying to get it back in place. And so the kitchen table was a lot more in the way than you would think. Charlie, if for those of you who do not know, Charlie has cerebral palsy. She is in a wheelchair, and her wheelchair has certain dimensions to it. There's a big joystick on the one side because it's that kind of cerebral palsy. She doesn't have doesn't really have the ability to use both hands for a kind of manual thing there. It has to be an electric with a joystick, so it's got the big joystick right there. So the kitchen table won't let her actually pull up to the kitchen table. So she can't actually eat at the kitchen table. She's not the right height. She can't get up to it. All kinds of problems there. Problem the third with the kitchen table is the fact that I am a cluttery motherfucker who just dumps everything on it. I come in, I put thing on table and walk away. I get something else that goes on the table, I walk away. That goes on the table, that goes on the table, that goes on the table. Open a box, get the thing out, box goes on table, thing goes on table, I leave. And then at the end of all of that, we have a mountain of bullshit on the kitchen table, and I can't eat at the kitchen table because there's no fucking room. So to take care of all of these problems, we just burnt the fucking thing. So we're not in the market for a new kitchen table. I sit at the sofa with a TV tray with my little ceramic plate and just have a nice handful of. Whoa, thank you, Anubis 800. We don't have, since this is on Streamlabs, it does not show all that. But that was a bit donation. Now, if I can figure out the, let's see, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay, 245 bits. Thank you very much. But it does. If those are bits, then yes, it does. I gotta check my Twitch dashboard. Why don't I have that up? Oh, I'm gonna be a multi-streamer. I know how to do it. No, yeah, sure you do. Okay. Stream manager. Yeah. There they are. 200 cheered 245 bits. Yes, I do get that. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, my crippled ass is struggling to wheel around my sister's house with a super thick carpet. Oh, trying to find an outlet for a phone charger. There's a fuse blew, and I'm alone. Oh, no. Oh, the mean one. That would be a fun one to do. Right now, I'm doing a dinosaur movie because I want to do something for Dino-Semper, even though everything's gone all haywire on the channel. Nothing is on schedule right. I still want to acknowledge Dino-Semper, so I found a dinosaur movie. I found technically a dinosaur movie. It's a semi-recent one from the last couple of years. And it's one of those where I feel like the budget might have been higher than Llamageddon, but it was absolutely not used well. Oh, not a Christmas dinosaur movie. There's still that Japanese one where Tamogachi no Rex. Some I can't remember exactly what was written on it, but there's like Tamogachi. So it was a friend T-Rex. The little T-Rex with the Christmas hat who's a friend to the little Japanese girl around Christmas time. We're having a happy friendship carnivorous dinosaur in Japan in Christmas. But I don't know. I felt that crack. What cracked? What happened? Someone roll that back to me. I asked the question because I don't know how Twitch works with policy streaming. Okay, well, Twitch opened up to multi-streaming nicely, so that's good. But it looks like I don't get the notifications on StreamYard about. I get the comments on StreamYard from Twitch, but I don't get the notifications about, hey, this many bits. I saw the comment that the bits donation was made up of, but did a little blip stream good now. Okay. Found an outlet, just need the phone charger into the wall. Reaching is hard. Oh yeah. But what was it? Please play Oblitus Casa. I'm not sure what that is. But 100 million BC? No. Okay, I'll say what the. Oh, thank you very much, Don John. Thank you for another week of great entertainment. There's a lot that can be unpacked there, but thank you very much for your donation. Which for you, Decker, Twitch steal not much on the donations instead of YouTube. Yeah, Twitch is slightly better on that, but still through Twitch, most people go with a there's the Streamlabs specific donation link, which they take slightly less. It's like it's all going down levels of how much of this is getting taken from. Yeah. That's thing. Okay. Dead by Daylight Forever. Donated 1 bit. Thank you very much. Asian horror cinema. I haven't actually dug into enough of it to really say, but I will say that as I've been studying kanji more, and Japanese, of course, but I've been spending more time studying kanji than I have working on my Japanese. So my reading comprehension is improving, but my Japanese is still kind of stuck. The thing is that my kanji study gamifies the idea of studying kanji a lot more than just the Genki vocabulary textbooks gamify learning Japanese grammar. Now, there's a lot of gamified learn Japanese things out there, but the problem is I'm trying to learn grammar. I'm trying to be able to unlock and understand what I'm reading, not just sort of recognize. Which is another funny thing because one thing I noticed is that kanji study has not yet covered. I've gone through elementary, like first basic kanji and then elementary 1 and 2 kanji, and it hasn't. Okay, first of all, evening, first time catching live. Love your review, mate. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much for the 100 dick. Well, thanks. But yeah, kanji. There's a kanji that has not been covered in kanji study yet, and I'm a little confused. Like, why has this not been covered yet? Let's see if I can remember. That's not quite right. That angle's too harsh. Okay, there we go. It's not quite right, but it's about that. about that. Watashi. Yeah, it's that part's too wide. That angle's too harsh. Okay, let's go here, here, here. Okay, it's more like that. More like that. That has not been covered by kanji study yet, so it's just one I've encountered so much because it's a pretty common thing in Japanese lessons. So for those wondering, watashi is I, except it's also almost never used because in actual conversation, like not in the same level that I is used in English. Like I as in I myself, not I as in I. That's me or me. I think depending on the context, it could be either me or me. But not when just referring like to see and stuff. And the kanji to see is an I, and that kind of legacy kanji. I don't know, it's just kind of in Japanese. You don't like if it can be inferred you are speaking for yourself. You don't have to say it. So, oh, it's nice. My custom emotes actually pop up in. Okay, I do have some custom emotes on Twitch, and they pop up in StreamYard. That's good to know. That's fantastic. Gamera 4. Gamera 4, the truth, I have not seen that one yet. Gamera 4, that's the legendary Gamera movie. I've seen the other stuff that the guy who made it has put out, and I'm eagerly awaiting his recent one, which is kind of like Godzilla versus Gamera, but made for the budget of with the budget of a Subway sandwich, which I am interested in all of these things. I always used to say, "Watashi gaijin desu." Well, that would be more like "Watashi wa gaijin desu." But yeah. Or if you're correcting someone on exactly what you are, they're like, "Anoto wa." Anata wa, which is also kind of rude to refer to someone as you. So you usually don't do that either, but anata wa otaku desu. Iie, watashi ga gaijin desu. Just emphasize gaijin. Whereas like watashi wa is emphasizing watashi, which is also another thing where it's like, this is about me. It's like, no shit. It's just a lot of fun stuff. Oh, nice. My sister showed up magically because she forgot something, so she was able to flip the breaker for me. I wheeled the hell around the house for nothing. Well, all's well that ends well. But yeah, in case anyone's wondering about what's on the news docket today, in case you didn't catch, I started the stream a minute late and I'm running around like, oh God, that's right, I have Live and Wired today. This was the first week it almost slipped my mind because I have been streaming so much. But yeah. Whew. Oh yeah, I did hear Game of the Year went to Baldur's Gate 3. Also, because they kept shooing like last year's Game Awards when Christopher Judge went up to accept Best Performance for his role as Kratos in God of War Ragnarok. He stayed up there a good 10 minutes talking, and everyone like, okay, man, get the hell out of here. So this year, they massively overcorrected And they're like, all right, all you motherfuckers get 30 seconds. We've got ads to show. And it's like they're going up there, they're teary-eyed, talking about this tough development process that they went through, and they truly believed in it. And several people on the development team have passed away before this award was awarded. So it's like, it means so much. And it's like they're playing the music like, get the fuck out of there. And they were literally supposed to, like, the guys from Larian, one of the things was that they had an announcement to make, and if they got the Game of the Year award, the plan was when they went up to do that, that's when they drop it on everyone. And because everyone was being rushed, they forgot. And the announcement was, by the way, Game of the Year, Baldur's Gate 3 is available on Xbox Series consoles today. Just don't get it on the Series S. You can't do split screen on that one, but it's available. And they were like, get the fuck off the stage, and that didn't happen. But what was it? The Jurassic Park trailer. The Jurassic Park Survivor. There's a new game in the Jurassic Park franchise, Jurassic Park Survivor. Basic story is as such. Remember Jurassic Park 1? Well, that happened just like normal. But while everyone was running around like, oh, what are we going to do, Ian Malcolm? Dr. Grant, I do not know. We must save the children. The lawyer was eaten. While all that was happening, and Nedry running off with his DNA getting lost in the jungle, in the storm raging, everyone just so happened to forget during the evacuation. There was one other person on the island that we never noticed until now, but she was there, and they all just said fuck it and left without her. So now helicopters are gone. All the ships are gone. Everything's gone. Everyone's like, thank God that's over. And she's there with a flashlight like, fuck me. And so that's the story of Jurassic Park Survivor. But I wanted to mention something that really pissed me off last night. I was on Twitter, which I shouldn't do, but I think we've just come to accept this is my version of cutting myself. So, my grief counselor died. He's so good, I don't even care. Yeah. Anyway. So there was a guy on Twitter who was talking about, evidently he's like a writer, or like he worked on some things. He's got some semi-professional stuff to him. But he was retweeting the announcement for Jurassic Park Survivor. And he's there like, it's just sad that this series is always reduced to big dinosaur monsters scary, when the original movie, if you pay attention, is actually quite the damnation for unchecked capitalism and the ways in which you're trying to cut corners and cut costs human lives because evil capitalism. And I'm looking at it like, did you watch the fucking movie? The literal catchphrase of the guy behind Jurassic Park is, we spared no expense. There weren't cut corners. There were not things that they could have done better that they didn't. That's the fucking point! They put as much money into this as they possibly could, and they were trying to do this as up and up as possible. He was there like, we're not going to charge out the ass for the tickets because everyone in the world has the right to see these things. And still, it failed. Even though they put everything into it. It's not a decry on the evils of capitalism cutting corners. He didn't cut corners, and it still failed. That's the fucking point! Okay. I'm sorry. I just I get like that a bit sometimes. It took a lot to not directly respond to his tweet, but I mean, I like Jurassic Park. I grew up with Jurassic Park. There's the scene with Hammond sitting there eating the ice cream because all the freezers are down and the power's out, and Sadler comes in and he's just there and he's there like, yeah, well, we've had some setbacks and but it's okay. We'll fix this. We'll get this going. Everything's going to be fine by morning. Don't you worry. And she has to bring him down to earth and fucking tell him like, hey, people are fucking dying out there. The place is pretty much on fire now. Everything's fucked up. You can't fix this. There's no fixing this. This was a terrible idea from the get-go, and everything is screwed no matter what you do. And the best we can do is just try to live and save as many people as we can and get the hell out of here, which it finally kind of breaks into him at that point. And so, like, defeated in the situation, she sits down with him and has a little bit of ice cream with him and comments to him that, hey, it's good. And very sheepishly, he responds, we spared no expense. To completely miss this fucking thing because this guy is just so much like, ooh, I don't like capitalism. You can hate capitalism all you want, but that's not the fucking lesson of Jurassic Park. Oh, okay. Have I seen Godzilla -1? That's a happier subject, or sadder because I still haven't. I was looking like, is it available on streaming anywhere? And they're like, sure, July of next year. And I'm like, fuck. Oh, yeah, I know. It's not a decry on capitalism, it's a decry on playing God. Simple morality tale with dinosaurs. Even when it's done perfectly, nature will kick your ass. Yes, there we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, Anubis 800 a while back on Twitter said, it pinched me a lot about the Jurassic Park Survivor. Synastrically, it's not possible. I would more like to be an explorer of the Jurassic World beginning project, or just a scenario on the side. Well, I think the idea is like, yeah, they want to have you play the first movie, but with an original story, and just try and kind of have it like, it is a theme park. Put you in the theme park. You can have your survival game while, as the player, you're going around these recognizable locations like, ooh, that's where Rexy broke out of the pen. Dun-dun. Hey, it's rippling. Just like when Rexy's about to eat somebody. Wow, I just got eaten by Rexy. Well, that's fitting. There was a Jurassic Park VR game I saw that I didn't get because it was it was a lot of I want to say cell shading, but I don't know if that's really the right word because I didn't play it. But I was a bit just kind of taken aback by the graphics, so I was thinking like, man, I'd really like to play a more high-end realistic take. Then again, I think it was a Quest game, so they were probably just leaning into the strengths of going for an art style over trying to go for realism on a platform like the Quest. I think, yeah, I did play the hell out of Dino Crisis 2 when I was younger, but I never actually got Dino Crisis 1. And it was funny because, like, I really enjoyed Dino Crisis 2, and every time I wanted to talk about Dino Crisis, it was always people who said the first one is like the only one and 2 sucks all the ass. It's like, does it really suck all the ass? Because I thought it wasn't a bad video game. I don't have a way to gauge against the first because I didn't play the first, but Dino Crisis 2 is a fine game, isn't it? Like, no, it sucks all of the ass. The Resident Evil game with dinosaurs. Effectively. And it had a hot redhead. Yes. Which is, the recent Exoprimal, the recent dinosaur shooting game from Capcom, has a hot redhead in it too, who is effectively like a reference to Dino Crisis Hot Redhead. God, I wish I could remember her name right now. But a lot of people were actually upset by that because what they wanted was Dino Crisis, and that is not Exoprimal. Have you played Jurassic Park on the NES? I did not play Jurassic Park on the NES. I played the hell out of Jurassic Park on the Sega Genesis. Jurassic Park Rampage Edition, and I also played a good amount of Jurassic Park Sega CD game, but I won't say that I really had the best time with that. I was too stupid for the puzzles, and it was like the dinosaurs were like the carrot on the stick. It's like get through the puzzles and get far enough in the game, and you might see a dinosaur. The entirety of playing Jurassic Park Sega CD was effectively the scene of Ian Malcolm knocking on the camera. It's like, you are going to have some dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour at some point. Yes? Hello? That's Jurassic Park Sega CD. Also, £20 from Richard Curtis. Gravity opens by saying something like the universe is inhospitable. Earth is a microcosm of that. Jurassic Park might be that too, but let's hope life still finds a way. Oh, poll. Oh, I didn't set up a Twitter poll this time because I have absolutely no. I remembered earlier today in the middle of cleaning my house that, oh shit, Live and Wired's tonight. So yeah. I could do a poll like who should have won Game of the Year. Baldur's Gate 3, or the third Baldur's Gate. You'll be buying the 40K Rogue Trader game, CRPG. Rogue Trader. I'm not sure what that is. I've been seeing like Space Marine 2 ads, but why didn't Hammond just fucking breed only smaller, more docile dinos anyway? In the book, he was actually a greedy bastard, so okay. In the film, he seems blindsided by enjoyment of the idea, but still, yeah, I feel like in the film he was just incredibly cocky and so certain of, like, as long as I throw enough money at this, I can do anything. It's going to be fine. We got the best electric fences. We got the best thing here, best thing there. Everything just nothing can possibly go wrong. That's always a wonderful way of going about your science fiction theme park. It's a game from Owlcat, the people that made the Pathfinder game. Ooh. Yeah, he did seem incredibly naive. In the book, though, while he greedy bastard, he also, like, I think his final scene in the book is where he's just like, he decides to say fuck it and leave, and he's there going through the jungle himself, like, you know what? Okay, yes, Jurassic Park has gone tits up, but when I do it again, I'm going to make sure to fix all the mistakes. Everything's going to be fine. It's going to be great. And he does actually run into a group of smaller dinosaurs, the Compies. And Hammond's got, like, no fear because he was sure to be there at every hatching. So he's like, they see me as their mommy. No problem. I was going to come on through. Problem, these were wild-born Compies. One of those fuck-ups that life found the way. Yeah, they did not see him as mommy. They saw him as dinner. So yeah, that's Hammond in the book. That's what happens there. Oh. If you could be any dinosaur you want, what would you be? Ah, like good old iguanodon and chew through all kinds of shit. And if anyone gives me any kind of problems, I'll give them 2 thumbs up the fucking neck holes. Like, okay. The book was gory as hell. Yeah, when Nedry died, he died in a similar way. Like, he's there blind in the Jeep from the Dilophosaur venom in his eyes. And he closed the door. He's like, that's it. I'm safe. Dilophosaur's in there with him. The book goes into more detail as to exactly what happened. It doesn't just be like, and there's screams heard through the jungle as that car shakes. Ooh. No, it's there like, oh, by the way, he feels something warm in his lap, and in touching it and in his blindness, he's like, ah, fuck. Those are my intestines. Like, yeah. It goes pretty fucking gory. Hello, Wolfwine. Hello. I'm gonna say a goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus, just like me. The Lost World book wasn't really good. Not as much horror, but a fun time. I gotta do a proper reread of the books. It's been so long. Jurassic Park rated R. I was about to say not going to get that from Spielberg, but I feel like you could. Like, Spielberg did plenty of R. And I just feel like they were like, dinosaurs. Kids love dinosaurs. Let's make this PG-13. Dinosaurs can still eat people in one bite. Oh yeah, that's StreamYard. I got that going there, but both fine. I'm also working on setting up a multi-stream through OBS, like, directly, instead of going and trying to actually, like, I used to use Restream way back in the day to get live and wired on as many platforms as possible, but then Twitch was like, no multi-streaming, so I just stopped streaming to Twitch at that point. But now I'm like, hey, I can multi-stream again. Twitch changed their rules, and Twitch and YouTube, those are the important things to stream to. But Restream in the interim has started charging a lot more for the service. So I'm like, how do I go about this in a way that I can maintain being a cheap bastard? And it is possible, theoretically, to multi-stream directly from OBS with the right plugins. So I'm going to see if that works so well tonight. I'm going to find out. That reminds me, we got like 15 minutes of stream left, so I better get to some kind of topic involving, like, we're talking about movies. Yes. Yes. The next review shouldn't take too long. The movie's terrible. It's a little gem by the name of Dinosaur Hotel. And the concept is actually kind of interesting, and that's about the best thing you can say about Dinosaur Hotel. Because the acting is atrocious, the writing is so goddamn basic, the effects are laughable, and in most of the shots where you feel like there should be dinosaurs, they figured if they could get away with just having nothing, then by God, that's cheaper than trying to render a dinosaur. Oh. A Dinosaur Hotel, good name. I went about it the same way I did with Llamageddon and with Sharks of the Corn. I was like, okay, Amazon, give me something you think I would be interested in. Yes, but not Dinosumber. Ooh, Dinosaur Hotel. Fire it up. And that's how it went for an hour. I never tried to get into Doctor Who, and I'm doing another rewatch of Dragon Ball Z right now. Currently, at the point where Goku is heading towards planet Namek, and King Kai has warned him that he cannot try and fight Frieza, because Frieza is quite possibly the most powerful fighter in the entire universe so far. And so he's there like, okay, maybe I won't fight him. He's training at like 50 times Earth gravity right now and doing push-ups on his thumb and stuff. You know, it's just he's getting his stuff together. Vegeta's there just killing a bunch of people at random, like, and I will be the ultimate. And it's just, yeah. The cat is injured. That's not good. No one wants an injured. Well, it's not like you like get rid of it, but I mean, like, you don't want your cat to get injured. That's, yeah. Who would be a good live action Goku? I don't know. I've seen enough of the voice actor just screaming in reality that when I think of live action Goku, that's just what I think of. Don't you dare say Chris Pratt. Oh, Chris Pratt. He'll give the Kamehameha. Oh boy. Oh. Okay, I'm good. 10 minutes. I gotta think of something. Oh, there we go. Got membered as I believe I saw List World at the same time as MIB. MIB would be a great R-rated. Like, why wipe their memory when they could just be eliminated? Plus, E.T. Carnage. List World, or is that Lost World? I think autocorrect can be fun, as can typos. Introduced your content from my brother after your instant The Predator reaction video. Your reaction was how I felt inside. Yeah, that reaction got was that age restricted or just demonetized? I think it was just demonetized by YouTube for violent content. I'm literally just sitting in the car talking, but evidently I got a little too heated. A little too heated for YouTube's tastes there. Oh well. They can't handle the truth is all. But now I'm wondering, like, what to stream on Twitch tonight? Okay, my next review is going to be Twitch and my YouTube gaming channel. I'm going to work on that restream. Now, last night I played a little Goat Simulator 3, and it is surprisingly fun. Like, I am enjoying it. I tried Goat Simulator 1. It's on Game Pass. I may as well. But that's never clicked with me. But Goat Simulator 3. Play some Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star 1, 2, 3, 4, Online, Universe, Online 2, 0. Well, I guess Phantasy Star 0 would be a big ask. I have never set up a DS emulator. And I certainly don't have a DS capture device. Whew. But there's just so much fantasy stuff. Oh, that reminds me. In the Game Awards, they showed off that, hey, by the way, Sega is working on sequels or like just glow-ups of a whole butt ton of their games. They showed off Jet Set Radio, looking so glowed up it doesn't look like Jet Set Radio anymore. They showed off Shinobi in like 2D art. They showed off Streets of Rage. They showed off like it's a proper 3D Streets of Rage, not Streets of Rage 4 Streets of Rage, like big Streets of Rage. They showed off Golden Axe, which that looks more like a reboot / sequel because I think they gave Miss Flair a magic staff, and it's like, yeah, she had the strongest magic of all of them, but it's still like Age of Barbarism fantasy. She wasn't a mage; she was a warrior with the strongest magic of them. Then they showed off Crazy Taxi, and there was like 2-player co-op with a playable third person, like competitive as a cop chasing them down. And I'm thinking, like, I thought what they were doing was legal, but okay. Those seconds of Golden Axe were pure hype. Oh yes. I had to load up my Sega Genesis collection. There's one of my various copies of Sega reselling me a bunch of Genesis games. And I had to load it up and play through a little bit of Golden Axe 3. And then I realized that for years I didn't notice that, like, I never spent too much time with Golden Axe 3. And the last time I loaded up, I'm like, crap, there's a lot more moves here than I realized. I'm like, wait, if I press attack and jump at the same time, I do this big spinny move. Wait a minute. Well, if I do this, that, and can't do that. If I hold back and attack at the same time, I can block? I can fucking block in this game? Geez, what am I going to do next? I threw my fucking weapon. I didn't know you could do these things. It's been years. I played the game when it was new. And now I'm here like, what the fuck? How did I not know that there was this much depth to Golden Axe 3? Damn it. The only thing I'm worried about with the new Golden Axe to be like a 360 game in terms of quality. Unfortunately, Beast Rider is the only one I never played because everyone was saying that it was total ass. But now I'm thinking, like, you know what? I've played a lot of games that people say are total ass. A lot of times they're right, but I still find enjoyment out of them. Like, I played through Redfall. Could Beast Rider be worse than Redfall? I had fun in Redfall. Yes, I did, damn it. People saying it's a 3 are crazy. 6 is fair. Maybe 5. Or 4. But not 3! Certainly do not remember. Yeah, possibly. Maybe there was a universe that we both came from where it didn't have any more than the basic attack moves like every other beat-em-up. But in this universe that we have found ourselves transported to, it's an incredibly deep beat-em-up and really fun. Like, really fun. Like, goddamn. Oh, man. Ooh. But yeah. The depth of that game was in the manual. Well, you see, there's my problem. I played it on Sega Channel. OG Game Pass. Damn it. Oh well. Anyway. What am I going to stream tonight? I wouldn't mind doing more Goat Simulator, but I was really liking the few seconds of multiplayer I got to do with Thick Black Daddy. But the problem there is it was only a few seconds because there was something seriously wrong with the PC code because it kept just kicking me out of online mode every like 15 minutes. And Thick Black Daddy, it blue screened his computer, and I tried to search online for assistance on this one, and I found out a lot of people are having blue screen issues with Goat Simulator 3. So I have not heard of Inbred, but I am a little afraid. Manuals are for American publishers to make up their own story for the game. I never thought about that. Like I remember I played the Valis games way back in the day. And except the one I didn't have a Super Nintendo when I was younger, so Super Valis, Valis 4, I didn't get to play. But it turns out that neither did people in America either, because Valis from the first through the second and the third all maintained their anime cutscenes. Yes, it was on the Sega Genesis, and it was all text and mostly still images. There was a little bit of animation going on, but there was no. They cut out all of the anime cutscenes in Valis 4, so it had less in it. I think there were also other playable characters because Valis 3 had 3 playable characters, and Valis 4 also had multiple playable characters, but they cut out all but the main lady. That's it. So Americans didn't get to play Valis 4 either. So if I need to finish learning Japanese so I can download the Valis 4 Japanese ROM and play Valis 4. But I remember Valis 2, which was Valis SD, super deformed. At least that's what it's supposed to be, is Chibi Valis. But when it came to America, SD didn't mean anything. And the term super deformed doesn't sound good to an American audience. And the word chibi didn't exist yet. So they didn't know what the fuck to call this game and what to do with it. So what ended up happening is they released it as Sid of Valis. S-Y-D. They kept the SD and they just said Velia is now Sid. And there was a little manga in the manual to explain the story. And I read through it and I was thinking like, man, these speech bubbles make no fucking sense. What kind of story is this? Now I think I might know why. Like, it was mainly just like she's sitting there having lunch, and then a voice tells her, by the way, you got to save the world. And she's very upset because she didn't get to finish her pudding. And then she goes off to save the world, takes off most of her clothes and puts on her battle bikini, and just is thinking to herself, really wish I had my fucking pudding. Like that's the story of Sid of Valis. I don't know how it compares to Valis SD, but that's it. Nevertheless. It's about quitting time. It's about quitting time for Live and Wired. It's been fun, but I really need to finish the laundry and get ready to stream. I need to get ready to stream on Twitch and on the YouTube gaming channel. And I got to figure out what in the hell I'm going to do. Should it be more Goat Simulator 3? Because I really liked that. And I haven't done it on the YouTube channel yet because the YouTube channel has been dead for a while. YouTube channel missed me beating Elden Ring and beating Armored Core 6. But, the 10 people who got to watch me play and beat Armored Core 6, I kicked ass on that final battle, I tell you what. And also the quad shotguns just beat everything. They do. It don't matter. I went through the whole game with quad shotguns. Watching for years, and this is the first time I've made it to live. Oh man. and it's just about quitting time. But on the gaming channel, I'll be live. On Twitch, I'll be live. I'll be playing video games though, and not talking about movies. As opposed to right now, where I've been talking about lots of movies, especially Jurassic Park, because It does have lessons. And they're not the ones that person on Twitter thinks they were. Thank you, Mr. Will Guitar. Point Break on 4K. I always love a classic movie made on film so that it could make the 4K really pop. You just love that. Anyway. Well, I guess the stream ends. I've just been so used to streaming, and at the end of every stream, you raid on Twitch. Do they have that on YouTube yet? I don't think so. Age of Empires 2. Oh, the problem is in Resi 4 VR is out, like Resi 4 Remake VR? Hell yeah. My problem with real-time strategy games is I'm too busy trying to build a perfect, happy little village that happens to have an army. And I waste so much time on that. Big army that's like 3 tiers of technology ahead of me just comes through and it burns my village to the ground. I just don't have a good time there. But I'll be back on the. Oh wait. Oh, Poltergimp is playing Elden Ring right now. So while I get everything fixed with the laundry, you can check out Poltergimp, my fiance, on the Twitch. She does not have a restream going on YouTube right now. We still got to see about figuring all that out, or even if we have enough bandwidth to have all of this stuff going. But I'll do that raid on Twitch, and I will be seeing y'all laters. So thank you all for watching. I've been Dagger Shadow, and remember, Jurassic Park clearly says that no matter how much money you spend, you can't control dinosaurs. You can't just throw money at it and win. Unlimited money, still lose. Sayonara.